Pretty funny, man. I was looking at YouTube chat during the Slater interview. They were timing how quickly I could eat that burrito. We were starving, dog. Killed that burrito. I would have killed it in 5 minutes.
Can I ask a question? We get this a lot. Stop whining and count your blessings. We just celebrated a Warrior championship when most thought the dynasty was over. From the 415. We get that a lot. Like, people are like, you're ungrateful. The job. This is what the job is. And then it was hot takes. No. Literally, the job is to give you my opinions on where the team's at right now. What they did yesterday, what they might do tonight, and what they should do moving forward. Right. That's literally my job. Right. And to entertain you and make you think a little. You're going to agree with some of it. You're going to hate some of it. Hopefully, I evoke some emotion. If you're not emotional about the teams, well, then you're probably not going to love me talking to you about these teams, because I care about these teams and I want them to win. I'm suggesting different things. I'm saying, look, this team's been so inconsistent. Last year was amazing. They give me so much joy, more joy than I ever thought the Golden State Warriors would ever give me.
Right.
I have a emotional, spiritual connection to Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. And there are times, like my brother, I want to love him and hug him and hold him forever. And there are other times I want to punch my brother in the face. Because when you love hard, you fight harder. And there are times when I'm watching this team where I'm like, what is going on? And I don't want it to be over. I want them to be sustainable.
It's not over yet. There's 15 games left.
I know.
There's 15 games left. Let's see what happens. I mean, see, at least you get texts like that.
But is love a straight line?
No, it's not. I get texts like this. This is what I deal with.
Yeah, give it to me.
447 Xfinity Mobile text line. This is my world. I want to smoke with Bonte and Bozo Brooks on site at Chaser.
What?
I get a text like that on Instagram, Twitter every day. People want to smoke with me. Why? I have no idea.
And then they see and they're like, you're way taller than I thought.
No, well, a lot of people, oh, wow, I didn't know you were 6'4". Some guy, I remember back
I
in
know,
the day.
they think I'm 5'5" next to you. It's ridiculous.
At
least give me my full 5'9.5".
True story, when I used to work with Papa. Some guy was like, if I ever see you at the Coliseum, you better have your head on the swivel. I'm going to knock you out.
Whoa.
He told me that on Twitter.
Like Donald Penn walking out of the Coliseum.
So having to go to an A's game.
Okay.
The same guy asked me to take a selfie. It's like, oh, man, you're really tall in person. So, I mean, you know, people are going to bump their gubs. You can't really worry about it.
No, but I think at the end of the day,
honestly, what do you want us to say? You want to say, hey, man, they got 4 championship banners. They held with the season? No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we're invested. You invest money. You invest time. You invest emotion into this basketball team.
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing with football.
I totally agree.
I've had to decompress from football. I'm not ready to talk about the new league here. Brock Purdy's got surgery today with the UCL. What the hell's going to happen there?
I don't even want to think about his surgery right now.
I did a hit in Chicago yesterday about Mike McGlinchey. What are we getting in Mike McGlinchey?
I would have canceled that hit.
Oh, I went on there in Chicago. I said, well, you guys going to pay him $16 million? Be my guest.
No, you didn't.
I asked him, I said, what's the rookie name? The defense said, Dominic Roger. Oh, he's stuck. Well, I said, he only had 1 second. I said, it came against Mike McGlinchey. That's what you're getting. Right? So, you know, listen, man. Radio Bonte, TV Bonte at the end of the day. So, I just want to have fun.
So I think this is one of the most interesting texts I've heard. And this goes back to, like, when you're a family. And David Sampson used to run the Marlins. Bonte, I know he's a complicated individual.
He's a clown.
But he says a lot of truths. And he said, teams that truly despise each other even more on the road. And from the 6-5 on, I believe one of the reasons the Warriors suck so much on the road is that they actually have to spend time together traveling.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
There's something there. I said it last night on Warriors Live on the postgame show. I asked D. Wright, I said, what do? If you can't win on the road, do you need a players-only meeting? Do you need team dinners? Because they did have a players-only meeting earlier in the season. Remember that? However, it was focused on Klay Thompson and the shot discernment, and him chucking up threes. We need to have an intervention with this team. Obviously, something's not right on the road. 7 road wins. It's March 10th. A defending champion with 7 road wins.
I'm willing to say I don't think they're going to get double digits.
No, I don't think so.
Well, regular season. If they can get into the playoffs, who knows?
I don't think so. So maybe there is something there. I don't know, but let's go to the lines. I said at the start of the show, today's about the callers. It's about Dub Nation. I'm exhausted.
How do you look so bad? You can lose. You can't lose that way to that team after what happened yesterday.
So here's another text. That's what I get. Again, I don't mean to bring this into the studio, but look, because you, Bonta, you're a fraud. You're more inconsistent with the Dubs. You don't have a genuine conviction in your bones. You go with the flow. Also a self-righteous, big, fat bully. So why are you surprised folks dislike you?
Whoa.
I get that every day. I don't care. I see you.
You know what? Can I say it?
What?
You're my bro.
No,
I give you hugs all the time. I love you.
Listen, man. Listen, I'm just using that text as an example. People get overly emotional about this stuff.
Yes.
We do too.
Yes.
But people get emotional, man.
Well, and so, like, one of these things I was thinking about with Draymond Green, like, I know. Like, people think that, like, it's all or nothing. Like, you think he sucks, and therefore all 4 championships would never have happened, or would have happened no matter what. Who was like, no. He's amazing, all right? Barry Bonds, one of the greatest players ever. Also a jerk. You know what I mean? There's a reason a bunch of people didn't want to sign up to play with him. There's a reason the media has kept him out of the Hall of Fame. Massive jerk. My jerk, love him, and I'll apologize for a lot of his behavior, but there's others where I like, you know what? I mean, this is why he is who he is, right? He's very complicated. And I look at the Draymond Green thing, and like people are like, well, Kobe treated people this way. Kobe brought it every single night. Now, I'm sure you could point to a couple points in the schedule where he didn't have great games or whatever. Right. Draymond's literally said to you out loud, there are games he does not try hard.
He doesn't get up for.
And then I thought this would be one of those games he would be able to rally the troops as a leader to get everyone up for this game against this team because of the history.
Here you go.
Oh, man, anybody can win in March. Anybody can win in March. What that mean? I have a hard time getting out of my bed in March. What's the game in March mean?
I get why that bothers people. I get it. I totally get it. You don't want to hear that from one of your leaders. You don't want to hear that from one of your Hall of Famers. You probably wouldn't hear that from a guy like Stephen Curry. You wouldn't hear that from LeBron James. You wouldn't hear that from Michael Jordan. You wouldn't give that. You wouldn't hear that from Kobe.
Well, it felt like
you wouldn't hear that from leaders. Like it's funny, but you don't want to hear that coming off a loss.
That's what I'm saying. And it was really hard for me to sit there and watch him at the podium. I'm like, dude, well, and here's the thing. He was the heartbeat. He was the soul of the team for so many years. Like, he's playing great. But I feel there's a disconnect between him being the current heartbeat and the soul of the team. I don't know if that exists anymore. No doubt. Just doesn't feel like it.
All right,
even though he's playing good.
Let's go to the lines here. Let's go to the U. Let's go to our boy J-Dub. Let's start there. Jordan, what's happening, man? Good morning.
What's going on, fellas? How you doing? Bonta, good to see you the other day. Shasty, how you doing?
What up?
So, yeah, 3 quick things for me. I think first and foremost, again, y'all said this thing, Bonta, you asked a question about confidence. Shasty said you make people think, or that's your job is to make people think. And I think the thing for me is the reason why people have confidence in this team is because there's expectations still. Everybody has expectations for the Warriors that they're going to turn it around, they're going to make things happen. No matter how bleak it looks, how bad it looks, that's the thing, right? Like, otherwise, we just say, you know what, it is what it is, not a good year, yada, yada. But no, everyone still has expectations.
Right.
The second point that I have is, why did we go back to the small lineup these last 2 games?
Yeah.
Didn't we do that earlier in the year? And Steve said, like, no, we're not going to do this again because it did not work, but we're still doing it now.
Yep. You know what?
I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either because this small ball lineup really hasn't worked since Game 3 of the Denver Nuggets series in the first round last year.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Because you're super small. Everybody says, oh, the Warriors go small. We want to go small. Let's go small. With Kevin Durant, you went small. Kevin Durant wasn't small. Iguodala's not small. Livingston's not small. Draymond's not small. Clay is actually 6'7". And then you have Steph Curry out there. It's not a small ball lineup.
No.
It's pretty long and athletic.
No.
This lineup right here with Poole and Curry, and then you got this version of Klay Thompson and Dante DiVincenzo, Xavier Tillman. Slater made a great point. Just posted up DDV, barbecue chicken. That's tough ass for Dante DiVincenzo to guard it big.
And he's been playing heavy minutes for a really long time. Like, a really long time. And the small ball thing, They were so long. Like,
Right.
that's the misnomer on small ball before, the prior
Right.
versions. They were so long. Like, Iggy was so long and so athletic. And that's the big thing with me when, like, people are like, well, he can come
Right.
back in the IQ. It wasn't just Iggy's IQ. He could be able to dribble into the middle of the court and facilitate the offense. The guy I'm watching now is a stationary player. He can't hit the right side of a barn from three-point land anymore, and teams are sagging off of him. Defensively, he just doesn't have the lateral quickness.
Right.
Hands are still fast. He can't stay with these guys, and he can't jump like he used to. Iggy was one of the most athletic players. At the time he was acquired, he was still one of the more athletic players in the league.
Right. No
Right?
doubt.
That's no longer the part.
No.
Losing Kuminga at the beginning of the game last night, not having Wiggins, they have zero athleticism.
And Wiggins thing is
Zero.
Wiggins not even San Francisco.
Can I ask you one quick question?
It's just not even. They need Wiggins. They need Kuminga.
No one
Kuminga
knows.
slips yesterday. Kuminga's been in and out of the lineup. It's a problem.
This is weird for me to bring this up, but we're talking about leadership, the team. Ty Jerome went to the podium before anyone yesterday. Who picks Ty Jerome to go to the podium?
Well, guys take a long time to take showers. Guys, some superstars will just take their time. Some guys get treatment. Some guys, it all depends on who's available.
Okay, I didn't know. That's what I'm
Right.
asking.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just felt odd to me that he would be the one talking first.
Well, Draymond talked yesterday,
No, I
but
know
a lot
he
of guys,
did.
a lot of guys do things differently. Like Kawhi
Okay.
Leonard gets treatment for an hour after the game.
So Ty Jerome dresses, comes out, and they're like,
Probably
they
takes
just
showers,
grab him.
like, hey, Ty, let's go. You had
Okay.
a solid game. Cool. Now, some guys will just be like, I'm good today.
Because I kind of wanted to hear from somebody
Right.
else,
Who
other
do you
than
want to hear?
I wanted to hear from.
We heard from Draymond.
I want to hear from Clay or Curry or Looney. Even I needed Looney's wisdom. I know, just me psychologically as a fan. I know most people don't care.
I just need to win.
Well, that's
That's
obvious.
what I need for my psyche. The hell. Brian and Palo Alto, what's happening?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Hey,
I mean,
BPA.
I can't recall a time in the last 10 years where the soil felt this unstable around the Warriors, right?
Good point.
Like, I don't know where, I mean, is this, you start thinking about, like, is this it? Is this it for Steph here, right? Because the state of the organization is so bad right now that, is Steph going to be like, okay, if you can't put a contending team around me, like, is this where I want to end my career, right? Like, he has to be thinking that somewhere in the back of his mind. Because, I mean, there's been no commitment from the front office this year to help this team at all. I mean, Lamb, who you could convert today if you wanted to, he's playing in the G League, and he was the primary justification for us doing nothing on the buyout market.
I'm Brian. Why did he not? I'm with you. They needed him last night.
Can't do better than Anthony Lamb, they said.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's pause for a second. Who was Anthony Lamb defeating last night?
No, but now that you have Kuminga out, this is more of like the
Right.
roster that they've
Yeah, but-
constructed.
but-
they're screwed.
Anthony Lamb is not changing the trajectory of that basketball game.
No. But I think it's just optionality.
It's about the dudes, okay? Let's just go ahead and finish, Brian, because I got something here. I'm sick
Okay,
of this.
I hear
I'm
ya.
sick of this with all this little.
But these are all the
Go
little
ahead,
things
Brian,
that
finish.
are adding up.
Finish, Brian. Brian, go ahead. You there? Anthony Lamb, Ty Jerome, Patrick Baldwin Jr. Let's stop.
But they've all played more than JaMychal Green.
This is about the guys. This is about Steph Curry. This is about Draymond Green, and they showed up last night. Klay Thompson didn't show up.
Jordan Poole did
Jordan
not.
Poole didn't show up.
Did not.
Wiggins is not even in this state. I don't know where the hell Wiggins is at. GP2's at the facility. This season has been about the dudes. We look at all these losses. The 3-7 start. The end of basketball games. The slow starts. This is about the guys, man. I'm so sick of us. Oh, man, with Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome, they're two-way guys.
No, but the sad part is the reality is
two-way guys.
they're important right
Stop.
now. They're important. Everyone's out. They are.
If they're important in this season, it's cooked. This season's done. If we're counting on Anthony Lamb, you need Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome. The season's over.
Fonte, I needed JaMychal Green last night. I was going more JaMychal
You need
Green.
JaMychal Green.
Which
The
is,
season's over.
I agree with you.
It's over. It's over. Then what are we talking about here then?
That's what we're talking about.
Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb?
The sad
Patrick
end.
Baldwin Jr.?
The sad
it's
end
about
of the
dudes,
embers burning
Shasky.
out.
It's about Jordan Poole, who everybody wanted to start and trade Clay away for.
I was wrong.
And this guy was a minus 33 yesterday.
I know.
It's about the guys.
You're right.
I'm sick of this.
You're right.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
But didn't they,
Jerome, Anthony Lamb,
but didn't they earn the right?
God.
But time out. Didn't they
Come
earn the
on,
right
man.
to at least roll it back this year? Well, you can't have it both ways.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
But now we've seen it rolled back out, and we all agree it's time for
No
a
doubt.
change.
But I'm sick of that. I'm sick of us blaming the youngsters. It's about the guys, and it's about Steve Kerr. Do a better job coaching.
And I don't think anyone's asking for Anthony Lamb on this, but I think what we're saying is the situation's
Anthony
so
Lamb's not
dire.
helping last
I
night.
know, but the situation's so dire. We're literally
Come on.
arguing about 14th and 15th man.
Bringing up Anthony Lamb.
No,
oh,
because
could've
we
used
can't
Anthony
talk about
Lamb.
Andrew Wiggins.
Anthony Lamb is a traffic code
No,
as well.
I agree, but it's because we literally can't talk about Wiggins. There's no. What are we going to say?
Dude, Anthony Lamb or Ty Jerome are green lights.
I agree.
When offensive players see them in front of them, they're like, oh, go time.
You're right.
Green is go. Go to the cup.
But right now, I can't. Anthony Lamb is more impactful on the court than Andre Iguodala. Be realistic.
No, I'm not disputing that at all.
Okay. But that's where we're at. Like that to me is the dire reality.
We've glossed over everything all season long. I'm fed up now. I'm officially fed up. I was exhausted earlier. I'm fed up now. The 3-7 start. We all blame the youngsters. Orlando. Who was playing in the last 5 minutes of that basketball
It was
game?
the big boys.
Miami. Who's played in the last 5 minutes of that basketball
The
game?
big boys.
Boston. Who's played in the last 5 minutes of that
The
basketball
big
game?
six.
Detroit. Who's played in that basketball game?
Yeah, that was the big
I
six.
could go on
I
and
know.
on and on and on. The dudes have failed us this year. Now they earned equity to run it back, but they have failed us this year. Not the youngsters.
I'm with you. But
the youngsters, Kerr did a disservice to them.
I
So I'm
agree.
looking at the
I
dudes
agree.
and I'm looking at Kerr.
I would say this, man.
Sick of the
I want to
Lamb
see.
and
I want to
too
see
much.
Patrick Baldwin Jr. get more run. I know he missed every shot he took yesterday. Do not do what you've done with Moody and Wiseman with him. He's got more to his game. I want to see more of Patrick Baldwin Jr. I want to see none of Iggy. Iggy, it's over. We're on the last stop on the train. I need to see. I want to see what the 19-year-old has, not the 38-year-old. I'm just being real.